Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity. Scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth to you, I say Shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be centered around the topic of Iran being in preparation for this conflict with America and the Israelis for over 20 years now. You know, the Lord, Yahweh Shemel, according to his word, you know, he spoke this, right? He spoke this. He said that he was going to put the spirit on these nations to prepare for battle, right? And although we wasn't seeing it in the background, it was happening, right? All according to his word, right? As he promised. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. That's right. And that's what, you know, this guy Patrick Humphreys was pretty much going into, how after all the smoke is settled, after all the news is coming out, America, so-called allies, asking them to pretty much leave the area, right? Because they understand that they got their ass whooped during these exchanges with Iran, right? With those missile barrages. They see the capabilities that Iran has, and that, quite frankly, America has been outmatched, right? As you know, Patrick Humphreys put it, he said, America's military is prepared to fight any type of war, but Iran's military was prepared to fight the war against America. Specifically, that's the only thing it's been prepped and trained to do. So they have this strategically figured out, man. Right? They've been, you know, the Lord has, and he said that he works on the mind of the people or the kings. Right? Because the Lord put along the spirit of those Iranians to do what they're doing. You know, I'm going to get the next verse, and Lord will, I can think of how it was worded so I can find that precept. This is Joel 3 and 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's exactly what's been done. Okay. They've turned their country into a military fortress. Right? And, you know, Iran has a lot of resources, natural gas, petroleum oil, right? A big oil reserve. They have a lot of resources to offer the world, right? But instead they focused on building up their military, understanding that this day would come according to prophecy, right? This is our Revelations 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And that's exactly what's happened. That third woe, right? That third woe, speaking of those, the two or the three great wars to take place on earth, and two in which has already passed, right? World War I, World War II, and it was massive amounts of bloodshed, right? Millions and millions of people died in the first war, and pretty much the second war made that look small in comparison. And this third war is gonna make that war look even crazier, or even worse, or less significant, pretty much, right? For lack of better words, man, I can't. My mind is everywhere right now. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Shemel, as rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will, right? And so the Lord, according to his word, has put it on the spirit of these kings, man, to do exactly what he said they would do, right? Turn all of those, things that you could use for your economy, right, to better maybe, your businesses and agriculture. They chose to focus on missiles. And when you listen to the, history of how Iran got access to what they have now, man, they were diligent, They were diligent because they were blocked from a lot of different ways to be able to have, to find this technology, right? But the Lord gave it to them anyway to fulfill prophecy, okay? The Lord said that he's going to put hooks into the jaws of Russia, and Persia was going to be with him. So he had to build up the Persians for this moment, man. This is Ezekiel 38 and 3. And thus saith Yahweh Shemel Shai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right? So the Lord is really against those Russians, right? He's not for them, but he's going to use them. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? So he's turned Russia back into that old imperialistic, dominant military, right? Turned them back, man, because, you could argue, and I've heard, some experts go into it, that Russia already has a better land army than America. And they certainly, matter of fact, that must be true, because they've been in war footing for years now, right? 4 years. I want to say it started in 2022. It's 2026. So they've been mobilized already. They already got it going, right? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, right? So all of its allies, in which is going to come to have, are going to be well equipped and well prepared, right? They're going to be ready, right? To put belt to ass. Okay. And what's not being talked about as well is that over there in Africa, a lot of skirmishes and conflict is breaking out. It's just not getting no headlines. This third world war is already taking place. We're in it, right? We're in it. It's just due to escalate. That's all we're waiting for. Further escalations. Okay? So with that, on the give all praise and the glory to Yehovah Hashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakudash Wa Abba Babal, and DTA DT.